today's project, we are repainting the top here. Black, better paint. This one scratch all the time. I hate it. So I'm gonna remove those two panels. That's gonna be the first little thing I'm gonna paint so it can dry. And we're gonna frame my bedroom walls, I guess. So for those of you who wonder, my van was built, this is 1 inches pink styrofoam. I do have behind some reflective just to barely cover those little holes there. So the plan today is to make this wall, frame the wall. We're not going to actually build the wall, but we're going to frame it. I want to do some plank, so I buy like one bottle. I think there are 5 or 6 inside. Eventually we're going to do some tests, some stain, wood burning and all this, and figure out what I like. This varnish and stain here, I just don't like it that much anymore after only 3 years or 2 years, I think, when I put the stain on. It just, the color didn't really pop anymore. It kind of look fade, kind of dull if you want. So I want to try to find something better, but it's gonna be wood plank here. So I need to frame this wall. And Miss Kate didn't take time to go outside and explore the shop. She liked the shop. Yeah. Especially when Cruzy's not there. You have the shop for yourself. Enjoy it. So this is my bed frame. I'm gonna go back to that section, but as you can tell, it's got 3 sections. So this section is my electrical here. Behind this wall is my electrical, all of this platform. Right there I have 3 of those bins. Boom, boom, boom. And this section, which is falling apart, it is all my camping and stuff that I want in the van. And this felt, it's not the first time this fell here. So all of this was built with plywood that I found at the construction site that we're giving away, and 2x4, a lot of 2x4. I think I purchased maybe 2 full length of 2x4. The rest was all free to make my bed. So things over the years fell a little bit apart, mostly because I changed the height of my bed 2 or 3 times, I think, at the beginning. All the screws, things falling apart, but it's not going to be the project for today. Today the project, like I said, is to build those 2 walls, so next time we can actually make the walls. No rust! Yay, no rust! No mold, nothing! I love it. This panel is what I cut last week. As you can tell, it's got some buildup of like paint. I think from the first time that I painted. I painted in my van the first time with, it was cold. I remember, I think it was the middle of winter. So I think it was freezing on me while I was painting inside the van. It was disaster. I feel you guys if you're building a van and living in it, especially if you have like a pet or a cat and you have to deal and full-time job. This is what the reality was the first time. So, you know, I've done what I could, and the paint that I used the first time, it was a flat black, which ended up like every little thing of water, every drop of water, every little scratch, I don't know if you can see, every scratch you can tell so much. So we're gonna put the back finish like this gloss, but I'm just gonna do a little sand 220, I think I have, yeah, 220, and I'm just gonna lightly sand it so it's smooth, smooth, smooth. And I got a better brush, not the dollar store brush. Alright, so the board are drying right now. I'm gonna do the framing of this wall. So first of all, let me explain everything here. When I built the first time my van, I had, after I think 3 months, I woke up in the morning and just like sore throat, like kind of feel something was wrong in my van. And this is the nightmare of every van lifer. And I was like, I have a feeling I have mold in my van. And at that time I didn't have a heater, I had nothing. It was middle of winter in Squamish, which is an area that it rained a lot. And I opened my walls and it was full of mold. So I ended up ripping all the walls away, dumping that at the dump station, and it felt like someone punched me in the face, literally. Like, you know, you spend all the time building things, spend money, and you think you do it right, and I've done it wrong. So what I've done wrong and what I improve, and now that's why I'm so happy every time I open a wall and it's got no mold. What I've done is I didn't put my wall all the way in the bottom. So I didn't seal my wall so no airflow would go through. And this is a big mistake that a lot of people, I think, like me, do it when they build their van, is they think everything needs to be sealed, no moisture need to go behind the wall, which in fact condensation is gonna happen. Even if you try your best, condensation will happen. It's cold outside, it's warm inside because you have a heater, or vice versa, and condensation would happen. We are living in a tin can, like they usually call it, which is some kind of true, you know what I mean? What happened, all this area here that you see, that little reflector that I put, was the area where I had most of the mold behind the walls. And what happened is my mattress was against that wall. This one didn't really have any insulation because it didn't have any place behind to put any insulation. So condensation happened. And my wall was completely sealed, so all the condensation didn't have any place to leave, and because this was against the wall, this is where the mold happened. So now my walls end where the mattress ends. So a little bit below this platform, couple inches, and that's it. Airflow can go. If I'm eating the van, things can warm up underneath and everything. Airflow can happen, and this is, if you don't want any moisture, airflow, airflow, airflow. And dry hair heater will really help too as well, removing the moisture. But so we're gonna do it in the same way. I'm gonna build some bracket here in the middle. I forgot to plug the vacuum. Oops. Alright, I think I found what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna put board like this. I'm gonna put maybe 4 here, 4 or 5. 2 at the end. Couple on the side. Yeah, that should be good. Just been thinking about my cat. I was like, that's true. I do have a cat. It's been a while. I knew you were there. Hiding there on all the blankets. That's a good spot. Alright, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that's gonna work. So I'm gonna put more framing and we're gonna be good. And I'm gonna secure this board and use this stuff here. So this is a spray foam if you want for small area. So this helps to remove like air gap. But don't use too much of that because if you use a lot, that can even bow your van at that point. You know, it's really strong if you want. And so I'm gonna secure this board, put a little bit and kind of glue all the things and make as seal proof as I can if you want. But yeah, don't use too much of that. 1 minute of shaking minimum. Ugh. Alright, so I think we have one wall pretty much done. Obviously, when I'm gonna put the boards the next time, I'm gonna be able to maybe address if they have some little issue, but I think we'd be good. And I could even add another like half an inch of insulation. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it or not. I've been thinking about it. This is how I insulate the wheel of my van. It's just reflector that I put, and this is the mess that usually you guys don't see. Alright, I'm gonna put the board back on, and here we're gonna have to remove the walls and do the same thing on this wall. So I'm not sure how easy this wall is gonna be to remove by myself, because this is the wall where behind we put some electrical over the past year and all this, so, and I don't want to touch any wire. Hopefully it's gonna come up pretty easy. Alright, because I'm not gonna work in this part of the van for today, because I'm not quite sure what's gonna be, or I'm gonna have to frame this part, so I'm leave this one empty, and probably gonna have to remove the cabinets anyway when I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna have to live with half of a wall. This is what happened when you rebuild or build a van. You live in the construction zones for a while, so you know, it's like a house, I guess. So I'm gonna leave that like this. Alright, this side went really well. Everything is in place, ready to put the final board. One of the things that I wanted to do was to maybe try to burn some wood for my finish. And Chrome did a piece. And you can tell that he did a piece because he left a chip beside it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Could that be great? I don't know. I'm gonna have to try. I purchased some board that's gonna go there, and maybe tomorrow or something I'm gonna go at Home Depot, grab some stain, and just grab one piece and do a couple tests, do some burning tests, see if I like it, and yeah, just go from there. Check the size of the snowflakes. They are huge. It's insane, guys. I've just been sitting for a couple minutes. Yeah, we're covered in snow, guys. So it was a nice little day at the shop. I'm quite happy. That's what I had in plan, to paint my side door, if you want. The four ones, and to frame the bedroom walls. So I'm quite happy. This is what I've done. I always feel like I spend so much time at the shop and I'm not improving. And I remember when I did the van build the first time, it was so frustrating. So now I kind of know what's gonna happen, especially that I live in a van, and right now I remove things to rebuild. So I have to remove things, remove my mattress, remove things. And I know it is awesome to have Chrome shop, obviously, but also have to a little bit of like, you know, like putting things away, grabbing things, and I'm still a little bit, I still don't know exactly where everything is all the time. So it's like, okay, where this is, oh yeah, it's over there. And sometimes my boyfriend moved things. It's like, oh yeah, the charger for the drill, it's not there anymore, it's over there. Okay. So It was great. I am happy with the progress, and I'm gonna let you with Miss Kitty, who's drinking water right now. Where are you going? You escaping? Wanna give them a kiss? Oh, that was a kiss? I'm not sure if that was a kiss. Kitty! Kitty! I didn't see you. Wanna give them a kiss? Hmm? Oh, I love you, baby. You did good. You love to go at the shop, eh? It's fun. Yeah, you can sniff everywhere, go everywhere. It's even more fun when Koozy's not there.